just jump right into some games here, huh? So we're kicking off with a viewer submission entitled Bloodseeker Swain. So Basilisk Bloodseeker here is a card that I've been impressed with in Vlad builds that we've played recently. So play, deal 1 damage to an ally and an enemy 4 times. This synergizes very well with Scarmother Verinia here, which says whenever I survive damage, give me +3 attack. So if you Bloodseeker and target her, she's going to get +12 attack. If you add Scargrounds into the mix, it's only going to deal 1 damage to her, and it's going to give her +16 attack. Bloodseeker also helps level up Swain, so this counts as 8 non-combat damage towards Swain. You've dealt 12 non-combat damage setup here. So Nexus Strike, deal 3 damage to the opponent's Nexus, and then his leveled mode deals damage to all enemies and their Nexus. So this build has a lot of similarities to the Vlad Riven build that's up on my website, but it has a little bit more of a controlling twist to it. So we've got things like Flock, Culling Strike, Flash Freeze, and then even things like Ember Maiden that enable Scargrounds and Scarmother also help level up Swain, which is interesting. So I'm interested to see how this one plays out. One other note here is, even though we've only got 2 Basilisks and 1 Leviathan here at the top end of our curve, this build's playing 3 copies of Babbling Berg, which is guaranteed to draw one of these 2 pieces at the top end, the way our unit powers are set up. So we have more virtual copies of these cards thanks to Berg. So interested to see if this feels better or worse than the Vlad build. Notably, like I said, this build is a little bit more interactive as opposed to being linear like the Vlad deck tends to be. So interested to see if that trade-off feels reasonable. Yeah, Ember Maiden on the right board will level Vlad over the course of her 2-turn lifespan, right? Just blow things up. She does damage to both Nexuses too. I've not done Prime Glory yet this week. I think I'm gonna do it tomorrow morning. Zoe Ezreal, eh? Culling Strike sounds great against Zoe Ezreal. I think I'm mulliganing the rest of this, looking for more interaction. Terrible. Ruthless Raider on 2. Ember Maiden kills Zoe. Morning Haze. Yeah, it catches right at the start here. First deck of the day. I'm going to do at least 2 Runeterra decks today. Zoe.
The winter's claw strikes.
That is true. Yeah, if you're gonna play Zoe, you definitely want to play her on 1. French. Yeah. Basilisk as a Swain enabler is sweet. It's like 8 of your 12 right away. I think if they open attacks with her without playing the star chart, I'm going to... Oh, they looted the star chart. That's cute. Alright, I think I'm just going to go ahead and Culling Strike the Zoe here then. What's better, Zoe on 1 or Omen Hawk on 1? Obviously, we need to play a Zoe Omen Hawk deck now. The only reasonable takeaway that can be had here. Omen Hawk, so you can play a draw 2/2 Zoe on 2. The big brain answer. Maybe I'm supposed to let Zoe draw a card there. Zoe makes the rules is, let's say Ember Maiden can deal with his Zoe, so I think I get to make another star chart here, but we'll get you to play Ember Maiden to kill her next turn. We're gonna roll 1 spell mana up here. That's pretty scary. I assume they're about to open attacks on us. Huh. Do I want to gain 5 here? I feel like the answer is yes. I feel like the answer is yes. Because Ember Maiden notably hurts us as well. Hey, that's awesome, Sniper. Yeah, I think the Vlad deck's really good. I also think the Vlad deck explicitly has a pretty good go hard matchup, which is definitely helpful in the current format. And then next turn, I get to go Ember Maiden plus Tavern Keeper, which is nice. Fingers crossed, Ember Maiden's able to survive here. Andy Man X, thank you for the tip. I appreciate it. For Easy Zoe, yeah, actually our current opponent's playing Easy Zoe. How about that when they popped up?
Let the flames take you.
Yeah, we'll see if we can dodge Mystic Shot numero dos here, huh? They could have Ezreal into Ezreal Mystic Shot as well. They could have Get Excited, but if they don't avoid a deal with this and we get to kill both of these, it'll be real good for us. Yeah, unfortunately, Ember Maiden's got the clap here. Window Head, thank you for the absurdly generous tier 3 resub. 22 months is a long time at that. Welcome back. Well, that's terrifying. I think you died, chat. Close to it. They gotta be opening here, right? Yeah, their opens are worth a ton.
I've carved meat bigger than you.
Arachnoid Sentry here, looking like a pretty unplayable card in a world where my opponent didn't draw, or in the world where we didn't draw, Ravenous Flock. This card is just like a kind of a poor synergy card. A 3/2 for 3 that stuns when it enters just like isn't quite a playable Runeterra card. And when you don't draw the synergies it really wants, it's pretty abundantly clear. Well, that's unfortunate. I was gonna Basilisk Bloodseeker. I mean, I think I still have to. Oh, you know what? Maybe I should have played this there to keep another blocker out. Yeah, I think that was wrong. I think I should have played this so that way I could have a second blocker alongside this. So that way, when they go to their next turn, it's probably a good chance we're dead to their opens, though. So far, match 1 having a bunch of interactive cards did not feel particularly good. I would have preferred running my opponent down here. Especially when both of them drawn are these synergy-based ones. Like our opponent had the answer for our Ember Maiden, and then because they had the answer to the Ember Maiden, this card is no longer usable. Yeah, no, it's that one. Bonus build is sweet. I like it a lot. Yeah, I like it. A lot of good rate cards, the P and Z cards to kind of loot and shuffle through their decks. You know, I haven't seen a lot of Shen Fiora on the ladder recently, but I was looking over the Mobalytics list this morning, and it's still rated at S tier, so, which is honestly a good commentary on just how many decks there are in Runeterra. Like, I haven't played against this deck a ton in recent memory, but there's still just like enough of it played with a good win rate. I don't think this is a Plaza deck, right? Actually, I didn't click into it. I'm gonna go to Mobalytics and click into it. Is this a Demacia deck that's not playing Plaza? It is. Okay, so or it's not, I guess I should say. So this is a Demacia deck that, according to the Mobalytics data, is not playing Plaza. Spooky Karma is no longer on the tier list. The tier list is 100% data driven now. Let's put Zoe Fizz back in the queue. Definitely back. You're the best.
Delicious.
This attack's mediocre into Sharp Sight, but it's probably 2 free points of damage. Spooky Karma's S tier in my heart. Yep. Culling Strike's a good one to pick up here. Kills Shen and Fiora.
Strength in grace, beauty in the blade.
Beauty and the blade. Honestly, I think I'm just gonna Avalanche here. I guess his Avalanche is bad against Stranger's Guile. So the cards they play with some frequency.
Let them eat souls. Try me.
So, Sharp Sight. Rush! There's a cheeky combat trick.
Fight or die.
Fight or die. Shaman Exile, thank you for the 28 months of Prime support. Really appreciate that. Welcome back. Very little reason to attack this into Fiora plus combat trick mana up. We got a Riposte here. D-Man, thank you for supporting for a long time right up front. Hope you're having a great start to your new year. And thank you for the deck submission. I'm gonna open on Culling Strike because if they want to pump the attack, we can then Flash Freeze to kill her. Okay, so now we tell Fiora to get flocked here in these trade. Oh. Worked out. This works out well. Ice, baby. Boo doo 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 doo. Nice ice, baby.
Everything I've worked
When you're the one that has more answers than the Fiora player, it doesn't happen often, chat, but when it does.
By my honor, you must die.
You must die.
Precision and grace.
Oh yeah,
Counter
riposte
and
me, mama.
strike.
Yikes. Well, you know, you can't have more than them all the time, I suppose.
For the glory and beauty of House Laurent.
Good grief.
I don't think I've heard that interaction before.
Flee now or burn.
Play Big Mama out. Nice, super rewarded for waiting on the. I almost played this there, but again, like it's just such a low power synergy thing. Like waiting for the flock is a pretty big upside.
For the glory and beauty of House Laurent.
Good grief.
We are at war. No.
This could potentially bait another riposte out of them.
Your move.
So you already get blocked here. Now, that being said, even though we're a little bit ahead on board right now, my opponent is getting 2 challenger units here. So, like, we're definitely not... This game's nowhere near over. We're ahead on board, but our opponent has up cards in hand. This is a great draw. This is a guaranteed Basilisk or Leviathan. Yo, dog, I heard you like tutors, so I put tutors. I put tutors for your tutors.
Another fine scar.
Mama's gonna mess someone up, chat. I'm not even sure if this was the best hit. Like, if we hit Bloodseeker there, Bloodseeker would have made this huge, right? Bloodseeker would have given this 12 attack.
Oh, I can't wait.
Prepare the cargo!
Prepare the cargo!
No mercy for cowards.
Crunch. Remember that, chat. No mercy for the cowards. Boo! Great. Our more interactive build felt very good there. Things lined up well. That turn we were able to punch through and kill their Fiora with the large back and forth on the stack. It's tough to have things like that break in their favor. You can always type. Damn it, Lambton. You can't just give away what we're trying to do like that. Braum Zoe. Can I keep Scargrounds? I'm only good looking for an Ember Maiden. Although they could be a Scargrounds deck too. Although Scargrounds Zoe probably doesn't sound very good.
I'll try anyone once.
Adonis. Good morning.
I love a taste of the action.
Offering this bump might be wrong with Scargrounds in hand. I just don't take it. It's a good deal. We're a Swain deck, so like this attack represents Ravenous Flock, which is nice. Pretty Sparkle Fly. Raise. 15 months of Bezos taxation. I'm doing better than the U.S. government. It's funny because it's sad. Sweet, and we've got Babblingberg fishing us up the Bloodseeker here. We get to Scar Mama into Bloodseeker on the line here, which is potentially very good. Not really super psyched to attack into a Braum though. Hey, was that a good draw?
Enter, traveler, and stop staring.
Braum Mentor is kind of sweet. No Bastion, fist bump. Whenever your Culling Strike is unable to get blown out by Pale Cascade, I count that as a success.
Let's get a good look at you.
Have some gems. This could trade for a Pale Cascade here. No, if that happens, Assassin, I would get blown out by a Pale Cascade. Getting Braum dead is pretty important there, I think.
Warm hearts and hot soup. No time for soup. We've got to move.
Huh? I'm supposed to Scar Mama here, so I could do this with her next turn. There could be merit to doing this though, because they are a Hush deck. Like, this isn't even guaranteed to beat. If they pass, we're definitely burning their mana. If they play something, we'll probably attack with Scar Mom. How'd you get a ribbon in your Demacia region rewards? You must have all the champions from Demacia. Runeterra is incredibly consumer friendly. And if you have all the champions in a region, instead of it downgrading any champions in that region to shards, it just gives you a champion from other regions.
The strong take.
And then there's Magic Arena. And then there's Magic Arena, who can't even fourth card protect your random card rewards, your individual card rewards. Once you have all of the champions, you get gems. 750.
An auspicious season.
Do I try and kill this one and get got by Pale Cascade, or do I kill this one that already has some damage on it? I think I just opened myself up to Pale Cascade here. Even if they have Cascade, I'm not dead this turn, and Mama's getting huge. Morning roller, dude. I mean, obviously they could do it. They don't want to. That's exactly correct. You are correct. It's more. They think it's more profitable for them to be stingy.
And stars.
Don't also Pale Cascade me. If they save this and prevent us getting attack on here, that's real bad for us. I guess she still gets some attack from the Scargrounds. Damn.
An auspicious season.
Okay, so they are gonna hit us for 10 here.
Celestial power.
Let's see what you can do.
I think I block here. They're gonna gain the life back anyways. I'm gonna put an extra point on the overwhelm. Hoping to fade Equinox on the super cool star chart. They find Equinox and get to wipe this permanently. That would be real bad for us. Hey, Katana, thank you for the 1.5 years. Thanks for being you. Your political statements and tweets have helped me show my wife the good fight. God bless. Okay, I mean, all things considered, that's not terrible for us. It trades with this, but that's fine.
This would be a good win. winter.
Okay.
Blessed by
Ooh.
stars.
I think we've died, chat.
An auspicious season.
No mercy for cowards!
Blessed by snow and stars.
Oh, this hurts.
Let the flames take you. This land is ours.
I've not done this.
Just another winter.
An auspicious season.
Wheel turns. Day becomes
Man, talk about not being able to catch a break here, huh? Just no cards in hand. They drew the pump spell for lethal. So I'm gonna cut these Arachnoid Sentries. Cards are really a shit card. If this card had just been anything that actually played to the board, we would have easily won that game. I'm gonna put some Death Sand in. So like the point of these sentries was to enable Ravenous Flock, and Death Sand does that as well, while also being a card that's playable on its own. So let's switch to those. Would Swain with Ember Maiden the last turn to stun their starters? I don't believe so. Ember Maiden does all the damage simultaneously, I'm pretty sure. Honestly, I think I'm full mulliganing here, looking for some of our cheaper cards to start. Just like a control deck.
Fight or die.
Starspring with regeneration is cute. That's kind of adorable. Regeneration counts as healing, for those that aren't familiar with that interaction. Mama's gonna kill a man, chat.
Come on in.
Area 51 Grease, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Well, Death's Hand is 2 parts, Assassin. So Death's Hand deals 2, then it deals 1. Ember Maiden deals 1 to everything simultaneously, which is different. And I should probably save that Culling Strike for a Braum. That was probably loose on my part.
Snow Sunder smash all the things.
It's another regen card.
Let me show
Air
you
build looks
what I
sweet.
can do.
The trolls are going to war.
Go to war! Little's cross easy!
I mean, sure, you get your pass. I don't have any meaningful place here.
We'll take what we want. The rest will burn.
The rest will burn. Basilisk, not particularly exciting here. Yeah, Ember Maiden also not very good.
What will you have?
How do we kill something? Oh, if they attack with Basilisk. Got it. Maybe.
Look out below!
Just another winter. Only scratch. No mercy for cowards.
Well then. Mama don't suffer no fools, chat.
Destination in sight!
Mama don't suffer no fools.
Stand back! Artillery barrage! By my hand will Noxus rise. Grand General!
Yeah, that seems good for us, right? I think we just Ember Maiden here. They're gonna get to pull this, but then this plus this will stun their board out and we'll get an attack next turn.
Greatest tool.
Destruction feeds my fire.
Well, I guess it's gonna heal. Won't the Ember Maiden trigger kill them? I don't know. They have a Broadback Protector here, too. Oh, they have Guiding Touch, sure. I mean, if Ember Maiden's trigger does it, Swain's attack will.
Dark in the sky! Such little light. Stay strong.
Alright, look at that. Their Icequake that game, not playing around. The fact that their Icequake didn't play around our Basilisk Bloodseeker was real good there. Alright, more Shen Fiora. Flash Freeze sounds good here. Honestly, at least one Death Science sounds fine as well. I have a lot of cheaper units that this kills. It's out for blood, chat. It's out for blood.
I am one with the land. Who goes there? The winter's claw strikes.
They want to trade +2/+2 for this. I think that's a good trade for us. That card's going to blow us out at some point. We're basically trading even tempo. We traded our 2-mana unit for their 2-mana combat trick. Overall, that's an exchange I'm pretty happy with.
You're covered. Nature blesses her followers. My duty's done. Vine and wisp, steady my hand.
Terrible pickup. So just kind of hoping for any unit at this point, so that way we can have something to preface this Basilisk Bloodseeker with.
It is me. Please, calm yourselves.
That's exactly correct, Runeterra.
Where is my second?
Notably, the important interaction is that even when tough prevents a damage, it still counts as that unit having survived that damage that was prevented. So it still gets the +1 attack. Is an important interaction to note. I'm just banking spell mana for now. Mama! She's really great. Best draw on the deck? I think that was the best draw on the deck.
These woods protect their own.
Even if we see them like open and pump this, huh? Think I'm hitting this one to kill it with Ravenous Flock. Yeah, before I started streaming full-time, Lord Smuggly. Oh, opponent messed this up. So, this does 1 damage 4 times. So, this is going to take 3 here, which is great for us. Yeah, before I started streaming full-time, I spent time as an adjunct teacher at a couple of different colleges and universities.
Nothing stands in our
This
way.
doesn't even kill my thing. Oh, it does because of that. It does because of that. I think we just tell this to get flocked, right? And then this technically dies to Death Hand next turn. They're technically dead. We'll see what they have. They could have something to not be dead here, obviously, but Yawgmoth Lord, I assume you are also a magic refugee. Welcome to the channel and welcome to Runeterra. So far, Scorched Earth has felt a little whatever. They could have a barrier here to not be dead. All right, you go to 2.
I cannot be broken! Save your worlds. We speak with blades.
Actually, an interesting thought here. If I would have used Scorched Earth to kill their dragon the previous turn, I could have been adorable and tried to flock my own Scarmother for lethal that turn. Is a thought worth having.
This land is ours.
So if I would have used this on the dragon, Ravenous Lock could have been lethal. So they'll hook this here, so I'm forced to put this in front of here. Thankfully, Flash Freeze means we don't have to. These two again, just kind of rotting in our hands here.
Call the weak and fire.
Need to dodge single combat here. And concerted strike. Yep. Morning, Neil. It's been a while since you two did. I don't know if you've played much Runeterra, but there's actually there's a 6-mana fling in this game that's constructed playable.
Now or burn.
Yeah, I think the number of Scorched Earths and Ravenous Locks that we're playing is probably too many. Make some more adjustments here. Have you played much Runeterra, Neil? Game's a lot of fun. Easily the best digital card game out there at the moment, in my opinion. Honestly, I think I just want another Bloodseeker. I think I want the 3rd Bloodseeker before the 2nd Leviathan. AJ Ray, thanks for the 29 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Arena feels slow and clunky compared to Runeterra. That's because Arena as software is slow and clunky compared to Runeterra as software, and Magic the Gathering as its core gameplay is slow and clunky compared to Runeterra's core gameplay. Disposable Hero, thanks for the 15 months. Welcome back. I keep my proactive threats, mulligan these reactive answers against what's likely a control deck. Does digital have to be in there, or do you think it's the best card game period right now? I think if you're just comparing all games from a core rules perspective, Runeterra is the best card game out there in my opinion, but it's also important to acknowledge that, like, what some people want as a card game is that tactile in-person experience, and Runeterra can't offer that. It is a digital-only product.
The Winter's Claw.
So I may have made a mistake. I rarely messed up my sleep schedule having 2 weeks off work, and since I go back on Monday, I decided to pull it all later in hopes of resetting my schedule. Good yesterday. Good luck, Nivik. Yeah, being able to make informed mulligan decisions in this game in game ones is one of the many things that's excellent about it. Love to Culling Strike here, so that way they can't Trundle me next turn. I think I just open on attacks here, because they're almost assuredly an Avalanche deck, so like if I deploy another unit, they can Avalanche me. Are they a Targon's Peak deck? They must be a Targon's Peak deck, huh?
Oh, I can't wait.
If they play Targon's Peak here, I'm gonna have really good open attacks next turn. Okay.
Vision to see what others can.
Alright, RNGesus, take the wheel. We're attacking for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 next turn.
Leave them nothing.
Alright, down to 3. And then, this is technically 2 points here, right? I guess this is 3 over the course of a couple turns. Well, that's unfortunate.
Destruction feeds my fire.
Okay. Yeah, I don't really have anything else to play here, so.
Breathe in. Is that all?
Okay.
I like clubbing.
So, if we Bloodseeker here, it goes to 6, and then Flock plus Death's Hand kills it.
Such little life. Victory awaits.
It depends on what they do. Yeah, if they don't attack right away, we get to stun the Aesol here. I guess I just let this happen, because if they're gonna gain 10, I want to put them to 20.
Who wants to fight?
Just 8. I can't quite play that one yet. Okay, so we go this, which ends with Aesol stuns here. Spell Shield does not block the stun in this instance, no. And this is still fine, right? Because we get to stun one of their things now.
Their time has come.
The Flock resolving doesn't really matter. I think we just end the round, right? Because we're gonna stun both their things and have them dead to open attacks. Because this does one and this does one. So that's 2 Twain triggers.
Such little life.
Snuffed out.
Now they'll pay attention.
It's a lethal attack. Yeah, sick. Swain really punching the clock and going to work there. Getting to pull us through. Yeah, that was sweet. Spell Shield doesn't block things that don't go on the deck. That's not true, Primer. So Spell Shield blocks spells, and it blocks skills. And the thing that determines a skill is the little skill circle on the card. So, for example, Basilisk Bloodseeker is a skill card. Keep Culling Strike. I'm gonna mulligan Flash Freeze and Scorched Earth here. Does Spell Shield block all 4 of Bloodseeker's damage? I don't actually know the answer to that question. I think so. I think that sounds right because it's all one trigger. You would still deal 4 damage to your own thing, but theirs should take nothing, I would believe. I definitely just let this hit me. This actually isn't a big deal because it's just making this cheaper. It's not actually generating more card advantage for them. So you're gonna get the Scargrounds down here so we can get Ember Maiden going next turn. Yeah, we have the Scargrounds Ember Maiden going here. So this says when our things take damage, they get tough and get bigger. This says deal damage to everything. No, Flash Freeze and Hush are cards that don't do what you're saying, Forever. So Flash Freeze and Hush are both cards that don't go on the stack, but Spell Shield protects against.
Let the flames take you.
Rum is on the job.
Yeah, you're forgetting about burst things.
Sometimes icy hot just needs warm smile.
This does not work how my opponent wants it to work. This does damage at the start of the turn.
Look at this reality! Look how sparkly!
Look how sparkly! You've heard about first Scargrounds, yes, but what about second Scargrounds?
First we fight. Ha! This is fun, yes? Show me your best.
Open a dodge. Second Pale Cascade here.
Fight another day.
Equinox would be bad for us here. That would let them silence Ember Maiden. Nah, I wouldn't be surprised. Go back and check the tape. I wouldn't be surprised if this is the same person we played against twice in, you know, half a dozen matches or so. Well, and this is so... I know this feels a little brutal, but it's also important to note that this is a decision this build of the deck that we're playing has made. So, compared to the Vlad Scargrounds deck, this deck does not have a lot of enablers in it for putting damage on our own things to make Scarground good. Ember Maiden's like our only one, whereas the Vlad build has, you know, Vlad, and it has, Tribliss and others. I guess we technically have, Basilisk as well. I mean, 3 out of 8's winning the... You're like 40% to get the one you want, or something like that. So yeah, it's a high roll. More than 50% is a bit of a high roll. So, fun fact about Twitch. The reason why downscaled resolutions will frequently have a little bit more delay than source is the way Twitch serves up downscaled resolutions that are different than what I'm streaming in is in real time, Twitch is taking the video feed that I'm sending them and then downscaling it and sending it back out to you. So there's that little bit of middle in the middle that they have to do. I cannot flock here as well to prevent this from hitting me. I can flock to kill her after the fact, which is what I'm going to do. But I can't flock to prevent them from getting a star chart there. That's not how Runeterra works. Remember, when Runeterra, when you click OK, the whole stack has to resolve. So I can't, like, let Death's Hand resolve and then flock Zoe. That's not a legal play. Yeah, usually when you see the same off-meta deck like this multiple times, either check and see if you're playing against the same person, or one of the bigger content creators like Swim or Mogwai recently did a video on it. Is the best bet. Okay.
Fight or die.
You know, I should actually open attacks here, because they're gonna play something big that they drew off that plunder, and then I won't be able to attack in. I should have attacked with these before playing anything. I definitely want to play Ember Maiden here, but should have smashed in with these first. Oh, deal.
How about another round?
Missed a damage there, but could have been worse.
And stop staring.
Stop staring.
An auspicious season.
I mean, all things considered, Time Lord, I'm really not. Unlike many human beings, I'm very capable of being objective. And from a purely objective standpoint, I am not one of the large creators in Runeterra. So creators like Swim, Mogwai, Alan, they have magnitude more views than I do, Grappler. And that's okay. I think I'm overrating this here.
Flee now or burn.
Maybe I'm supposed to play this.
Off I go.
Scar Mother does not yield.
I don't think anything kills me here for taking no blocks. I think I just do this. And then we hope to kill them on opens next turn.
Fine Scar.
This would be a good winter.
I cannot be broken. No mercy for cowards.
Yeah, it could have been right to play Swain rather than this, because then Ember Maiden would have stunned this. If they don't have Harsh Winds here, we should be okay regardless. But if they have Harsh Winds, we're gonna get got here. Data ended up backing up your opinion on Invoke Plaza once we got a bigger sample size. Can you remind me what my opinion was again? I don't remember what we talked about. Yeah, I mean, if they don't have Harsh Winds, we're in a good spot.
Blessed by snow and stars.
That it's slow and bad? Okay. Opponent just casually adding 14 toughness and still dying to overwhelm damage here is just like yes.
Another fine Scar.
This has been a refreshing set after yesterday. Yesterday we had all 3 Runeterra decks that we played strike out. Mama beat Grandpa, yep. Mama just killed Grandpa. It was very bad. Not quite as bad as Vlad. Doo-doo. You play Bloodseeker on empty board, will it kill itself? No, I don't believe it can target it. I don't believe targeting itself is an option. You can always find our current deck code by using the mouse over overlay. At the end of the stream, it's also on my Mobalytics page. There's technically a version of it up on Mobalytics right now, but that version's not current.
Oh, I can't wait.
I'll put the whatever the last iteration that we played is up there at the end.
My turn.
My takes tend to be closer to realistic than a lot of other content creators a lot of the time, because I'm not trying to generate random outrage clicks. Yeah, I give my takes tend to be pretty conservative. A card has to be like what's it called? It has to be like Once Upon a Time levels of outrageous for me to tell you that it's busted. Pinor, thank you for the entire year of support. Let's get you a sword to go with that shield. Thanks for keeping me around. How do you feel about murdering this with Death's Hand Flock? I think I'm into it. There's two more regions getting added to Runeterra. We'll get a 9th region added in February, and then we'll get the 10th and final region added 6 months after that. I guess I could just pass now, and then Avalanche next turn. Yeah, that sounds fine, actually.
Skitter out from the darkness.
Taking a big hit here, but I've got Kindly Tavern Keeper to gas back up with after the fact, so I think this is fine. That Avalanche alone has leveled Swain.
I love a taste of the action.
Welcome to the tipsy hour.
Yeah, August for the 10th and final region next year. It'll be similar to like what we just have. It'll be August, October, December for 80 card drop, 40 card drop, 40 card drop. And actually, something I was thinking about is I wonder if the number of cards in their planned expansion will differ with these upcoming sets, because they need to add cards to every existing region with them. And now they're going to need to add a 9th region, plus add cards for 10 other regions, right? Or for 8 other regions. So I imagine the card drops will be slightly bigger for this next one than the one after that. Based on that fact. Hey! We're dead to harrowing. Yep. Hey! We're dead to harrowing. Are we not dead to harrowing? That's exciting.
Take what we want. The rest will burn.
The rest will burn.
You won't suffer long. We could use a bite.
I've carved meat bigger than you. A scar mother does not yield.
Oh, can I not do this without a target? I thought I could still deal 1 to my thing if they don't have a target. Is that not the case? It's not the case. Okay, so our deck would guaranteed win this game. I thought I could do this without a target. I thought I could still do this. That was my fault. I should be at 2, and if they had a spider, we would kill them with this.
We shall pierce their trees in this arms.
Yep. Okay. And that's why, again, like when people come in and like ask what the record is with the deck, a lot of the times I'm playing things like this that I've not played before, and we take games like that. Yeah, it just doesn't matter. I'm not really worried about climbing up the ladder. We could try and flock our thing there. That's true. I don't care. You have to count that as a W however you want it. Dealer's choice. Nash Tooth Kea, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Good morning. See, chat, our deck is busted. Confirmed busted. Flash Freeze actually sounds great in this matchup. On a mulligan Scarmother, looking for cheap cards. The Shuffler is convinced we want Scarmother. We'll see if that's true.
These woods protect their own.
How will the internet know your opinion matters if you don't try hard rank 24/7? Yeah.
Steady my hand.
Honestly, people that think I need to be masters in order for my opinions to be valid probably aren't people I want engaging with my content anyways. So the odds are they're gonna end up being pretty toxic individuals.
Let me show
So,
you what I can do.
in a way, hanging out in platinum is a good way of filtering out undesirables.
Fight or die.
It's one thing I want to be added to Runeterra in the future: a craft all button in the deck editor.
Who does not know the name Laurent?
See, Lambton isn't new. They know what's up. I've been asked that question before. Easy answer.
I walk the space between worlds.
I'll try anyone once.
So I go.
Harry, riposte. You are.
I mean, you personally might not like to watch the same person spam a deck and climb, but like objectively speaking, a majority of the most popular Runeterra streamers do that. So like, it's fine to acknowledge that like that's not what you're into, but there's plenty of people that's what they like, and there's nothing wrong with that.
I love a taste of the action.
I think with this draw especially, we just open attacks here. They block with Shen, we can tell them to get flocked.
Close my eyes and make it fair.
My life for these lands.
Other than that, I hope we really see Runeterra expand upon their in-client tournament mode. I think once we see the in-client tournament mode get fleshed out a bit, I would love to see consistent tournaments happen in Runeterra. If the software supports easily firing up tournaments and having them happen, there should just be an in-client tournament every weekend that players can join. It doesn't even have to pay out cash, just like having an in-client tournament that like gives you cosmetic rewards or even coins. You just want to have your tournaments pay out coins directly. I think that would be fine.
Save your worlds. We speak with blades.
As it had to be.
You know, like we're in a pretty bad spot here. Really want to draw Basilisk. He would be one of our better pickups.
One balance.
We'll take what we want. The rest will burn.
Yeah, in order for me to be able to run tournaments, I would need a site like MTG Melee to exist for Runeterra.
I'll never hold back. En garde. Try me.
Using websites like the ones that exist now, they're just not good enough. That is the TLDR.
Scar Mother does not yield.
Okay, so they're gonna riposte this, and then we'll Death Sand and trade these.
Your move. Nature blesses her followers.
Interesting. Oh, they probably just want to keep damage not marked on this because of block, right?
Another fine scar.
Cha Jones, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Yeah, and again, like, this is, this deck's had some good games in this set, but I kind of feel like the good games that we've had are games that would have been good with the Vlad deck as well.
Counter and strike.
Ready to get savaged by a Nopify here. I've definitely felt like we've not had enough enablers for Scargrounds in Brynja. Definitely felt like we've had a lot of games like this one where like I'm holding these cards and don't have ways to deal damage to them.
Enforced equilibrium.
Hardly fair.
Our wills align.
Let's kill this now.
What will you have?
You see the most played card by region, Iona, with both Deny and Notify in the top two. Yeah, I mean, like, they've nerfed all of the Ionia cards enough at this point that those are the two worth playing, right? A lot of people playing Ionia are like splashing the region explicitly for those cards. Yeah. So to wrap on this, I think my thought process to start at the beginning of this set ended up playing out kind of similar in practice. While there were a couple of matchups where having a little bit of interaction felt good, honestly, the best thing about this deck felt like the Scar Mother Basilisk Bloodseeker combo, and outside of this pairing with this, I just didn't feel like I had enough enablers to consistently make this work. So the Swain Vlad list, or the Vlad the Vlad with the Riven Scarless, this build that's up on my website right now, I think I definitely prefer this to the deck that we just played. Having Triblis and Vladimir as additional enablers to pair with Bloodseeker and Ember Maiden felt good. Felt better. And honestly, one thing I might change in this build or try out is that the one takeaway I like from that last build is this build's notably not playing any 4-mana spells. I might, instead of playing Triblis, try playing what's it called? Babbling? Because like in this deck, Babbling, if we cut Triblis, would guaranteed draw Vlad or Basilisk Bloodseeker, and I think both of these are better enablers than Triblis on average, and having more access to these two cards kind of sounds appealing. So I preferred this build overall, but trying the other configuration with Swain made me realize that Berg could potentially be a very good tool for this archetype, and I'd be interested in trying it out here. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and shift gears for the next part of the stream. We're gonna play some Sunny Shyvana up next. Thanks everybody for